If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my beard, if you want to tell me you hate my beard, the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Meek Mill works with a viral producer, and Teyana Taylor spazzes on Floyd Mayweather and his peoples. Plus, Pac Must Die. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, so that's DJ Track Addict, right? And this nigga is so like soulful with it, right? He reminds me of like the old Kanye. He reminds me of like, I don't know, but he is killing it, right? Like I can hear Cameron. That's like something like I can hear like Dipset on like from like 2004 or something like that. Like this beat is so fire, right? And this went viral because he's just like sitting in his car on the pads, dun, 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 like murdering it, right? And so a lot of people were like posting this on their page, right? And then people started commenting under the post like, yo, I can hear old Lil Wayne from like the mixtape Weezy on there. Yo, I can hear Jay-Z and Kanye on that. Yo, I can hear Beanie Siegel and Styles P on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just like real spitters, right? And so a lot of motherfuckers is also like, I could hear Meek Mill on the shit. Meek Mill, I can hear Meek Mill on the shit. Meek Mill, I can hear Meek Mill on the shit, right? So niggas started tagging Meek Mill at Meek Mill, listen to this, check this shit out, Meek Mill, right? On Twitter, right? And Meek Mill was like, responded. I mean, he had to, right? Meek Mill said 1,000 motherfuckers then added me with this damn beat and this shit like this. Where is the guy? Where is the dude, right? And then this dude responds. He responds to Meek Mill. He goes, I'm right here, bro. And then Meek Mill is like, copy. Pull up to the studio. We gonna work.
Who gonna stop us now? This year we going all the way. Meek Mill.
Like, when I mean, yes, Meek Mill, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is so fucking dope. This little nigga got an opportunity, like, he would have never thought he would have probably had. Now Meek Mill is, I guess Meek Mill about to drop a motherfucking freestyle, because that's all we got is that one little clip right there. But I guess Meek Mill is about to drop a freestyle on this shit, right? But then I did some research. I went on the nigga's Instagram, I went on his Twitter, and he is about that production life. Like, I can hit Meek Mill on a couple of his shits. This dude is not playing around, yo, and it's dope because he's like bringing back that old like soulful like nostalgic sound, and I'm telling you, man, this is like where you Kanye used to be, right? This is like some shit that, you know, Jay-Z used to rap on when Kanye was producing for him. This is some shit like Dipset. I can hear, I really mean it. Like, niggas need to put on the American flag, the whole jacket, my nigga, and just go out to Harlem and just start freestyling on the corner, and this motherfucker needs to be there with his damn thing. Like, but yo, Meek Mill is about to restore the feeling, yo. And this is why I fucks with Meek Mill, because even though he's not from New York, he's so East Coast, man. And I really fucks with Meek Mill, but this shit is about to be fire. I want to hear the freestyle that Meek Mill's gonna drop on this beat, but I want this nigga to produce some shit for Meek Mill exclusively too. I think that, man, this is gonna be dope. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Wild boy, man. Yo, this nigga Glasses Malone is a Crip from Compton, alright? And he comes out with a song and a video yesterday called Tupac Must Die, right? And boy, like, it's just like, I'm watching this shit, I'm like, wow, yo. So basically, he is rapping from the perspective of Orlando Anderson, right? And Orlando Anderson is the guy who killed Tupac, right? And so basically he's, I guess, recounting the last day or the last couple of hours leading up to Tupac being killed from the eyes of Tupac's killer himself, and why the fuck did he kill Tupac in the first place, right? So a lot of us know the story, but a lot of people don't, right? And Orlando Anderson, aka Baby Lane, right, is a Crip from Compton as well, right? And Orlando Anderson, shit, man. Murdered Tupac on the night that Tupac went to like a fight or whatever at the MGM, right? So basically the story that happened and the story in the streets that happened, and the reason why Orlando Anderson didn't get locked up or is not in jail when pretty much everybody knows that he killed Tupac, is because the whole situation is that somebody from like Bad Boy or whatever like that had a bounty on death row chains, right? And basically, they was paying Crips in Compton or wherever, in LA, in California, period, that if you see anybody walking around with a death row chain, beat them up, take that chain from them, snatch it, rob them, whatever like that. No gunplay, right? So niggas was in the mall, they was like in Foot Locker or something like that. This rapper, he was up and coming rapper, he was on death row, his name was like Trey or somebody like that, had on a death row chain, he was chilling, doing his thing, right? And then some Crips who, heard about that bounty that people had on death row chains, seen Trey up in the Foot Locker, so they ran up in there, roughed him up a little bit, grabbed the chain off of him, right? And that was that, right? No gunplay still, right? But then, like a couple days later, they in the MGM, Tupac is there. They're there for a Mike Tyson fight. Suge Knight is there. A bunch of people are there. But that dude, Trey, who's rolling with Death Row at the time, was there too. And he was chilling. But then, also, the dudes that robbed him, like Baby Lane, Baby Lane's uncle, Keefe D was there. Just a lot of people. Keith Davis, aka Keefe D, was there, but they weren't cool with each other because obviously, Keefe D and Baby Lane, they're Crips. These death row motherfuckers, they're Bloods. And Keefe D and Baby Lane just robbed Trey for his death row chain. So they see each other, and of course they start getting into a fight, into a scuffle, right? At that point, Baby Lane was there by himself. Orlando Anderson is Baby Lane, right? He was there by himself, right? And so he got beat up and jumped by all these Blood niggas. And I think that would have been cool, that, Orlando Anderson got beat up by a bunch of Bloods, because that's just how, shit goes in the hood and in gangs. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and you get your ass beat by a bunch of Bloods, right? And that's one thing, right? In the casino, on camera, in front of everybody. That's one thing, right? But Tupac was with him too, right? And Tupac decided to jump in and throw a few punches and stomp on Orlando Anderson. And I think that Orlando Anderson kind of felt like his ego got hurt. Like, why is this rapper, this soft nigga, this entertainer, this nigga that, sits on a nice soft couch and he be in the studio writing poetry, and he's supposed to be some kind of Black Panther and all this. These niggas are gangsters. These niggas are from the hood, right? You wasn't even born in California, and you think that you could just stomp on me because these are your bros? Oh, hell no, right? That's what Orlando Anderson was kind of thinking, right? So Orlando Anderson couldn't take that, man. His pride was hurt. And so after the whole fight, everybody splits up and goes their separate ways, right? Suge Knight's in the car with Tupac. They were supposed to go to some club called 662 or whatever like that, but they ended up not going, right? And they riding around looking for Tupac and Suge Knight. Looking really for Tupac, not Suge Knight, right? And then, they happen to see him, right? Baby Lane and Keefe D and everybody happen to see Tupac, right? And so they bust a U-turn and they lose the car. They don't even know where Tupac is. They're like, oh fuck, we bust a U-turn and now we lost him. We don't see where he's at, right? And then some random fan on the side of the street sees Tupac in the car and is just hyped to see Tupac. So the fan is like, yo, Tupac, what up, bro? You know what I'm saying? And then that's when, Keefe D heard the fan say, yo, Tupac, what up, bro? Oh, boom, right there. pull up on the passenger side. So they're on this side, Tupac is here, Suge Knight's in the driver's seat, and that's that famous photo that you see of Suge Knight and Tupac sitting in the car, and then bang, 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 they shoot up the whole thing, right? Riddle the entire car with bullets. You know, Tupac still survives though for like the next 6 days, but then he dies later on, right? And it's just crazy because Glasses Malone, you know, depicts the entire thing through the eyes of Orlando Anderson, right? Now, keep in mind, you know, at this point, people are like, well, how the fuck, you know, why isn't Orlando Anderson locked up if we all know that, you know, Orlando Anderson, aka Baby Lane, done killed Tupac and this and that and the other thing, right? Well, the thing is that Orlando Anderson is now dead, right? He passed away like 2 years after he killed Tupac, so nobody could arrest him or anything like that. But everybody knew, and the streets knew who killed Tupac, right? But Orlando Anderson's uncle, Keefe D, actually confirmed all of that in 2009. Now, keep in mind, 2009 is 13 years after the whole murder, and also 11 years after the killer of Tupac even died. But Keefe D, you know, got arrested for some other shit, right? Keefe D was under investigation. He was under drug investigation. And then also he was under investigation for the murder of Biggie, believe it or not, right? And they brought him in and they sat him down and they started questioning him, and they informed him of the charges that they could potentially bring on him in the murder of Biggie, right? And he said, hold up. Instead of, you know, giving me charges on Biggie's murder and giving me these drug charges, let me tell you about a murder that I know a lot about, right? And he started confessing, and he said, look, man, my nephew, you know, Baby Lane, you know, Orlando Anderson is the one who killed Tupac, and this is how it all went down.
You have to emphasize to you that everything in this report has to be right on, because if down the road it's determined that some of these details are incorrect, then everything's off the table. So everything in this report cannot be like that report.
Hey, I want to say this though too. I feel like I said that day, don't bullshit me and I won't bullshit y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Lane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you?
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay.
Why are you looking right at me?
Fucking known each other since we were 7, 8 years old.
When he looks over at you, and then, you know, Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out of
In
the
the back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside of their
Jumping
car?
in. I seen a bullet going Suge's head. I thought he was dead.
So Orlando shot across Dre?
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side. I would have popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the.
So Keefe D tells the LAPD everything that went down, right? And y'all can see they're like, well, we just want to make sure that you're telling us the full truth, because if we find out it's something different later on, then, you know, you will get some charges drawn up on you. We're only not giving you charges because you're telling us this information, right? Just how they did like 6ix9ine or somebody like that, right? And he tells them everything, right? And so for this, they don't charge him for the murder of Biggie. They don't charge him with any of these drug charges, and he just walks free, a free man, right, after telling on Baby Lane, right, which is insane, yo. Man, this whole situation is crazy, and this murder and all this stuff happened like years and years ago. Also, there were 3 other guys in the car with Keefe D, and all 3 of those guys, to include Orlando Anderson, are dead. The only person that's still alive is Keefe D, so he's not really incriminating anybody or sending anybody to jail. I think the LAPD just wanted to close the case. They weren't worried about like locking somebody up or whatever the case may be, and Keefe D helped them close the case, and they let that nigga slide on some other shit, and now nobody is talking about, you know, who killed Biggie or anything like that. But that situation is fucking crazy. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so Quavo threw like a celebrity basketball like fundraiser kind of thing over the weekend in California. And this is dope, right? Because I feel like, you know, he does this every year, but he does it different. So I think like last year he did like a football kind of thing. Or maybe it wasn't even last year. Maybe it was just like a couple months ago where he had Kaepernick come out. But, you know, Quavo was always doing something to like give back to the hood and like give back to the community as far as like a charity event goes, right? And Quavo is super into sports. He's like Bo knows baseball, Bo knows basketball, Bo knows football, right? So Quavo knows every damn thing. Plus he could rap too, you know what I'm saying? So this is cool, right? He brings all his celebrity friends out. You know, people pay tickets and everything like that just to watch Quavo play football against Kaepernick, or to watch, you know, Floyd Mayweather dunk on YG, or to watch, you know, King Combs try to cross over Machine Gun Kelly, or whatever the case may be. And that money that these people and the fans are paying for the tickets goes towards whatever charity that Quavo was endorsing at the time, which is so fire, right? So Karen Civil was there, and Karen Civil is like a big staple in like this corner pocket of hip hop, right? Because I feel like she also had a helping hand in putting this whole situation together for Quavo, right? Karen Civil is one of the best event coordinators out there ever. She's a dope ass manager. She's cool as fuck, and she's very powerful in the industry, right? I think she's YG's manager. She's Meek Mill's manager, Nipsey Hussle's manager, or used to be, and she's the one who put together the whole funeral service, at least a public funeral service that was at the Staples Center for Nipsey Hussle, right? This is the type of event that it was in California too, right? This is the type of event that if Nipsey Hussle was alive, he would have definitely been at this charity event for sure. You know what I'm saying? And all of that is cool, right? Teyana Taylor's at the charity event too, right? But it doesn't look like she was playing basketball or nothing like that. She was just hanging out with her celebrity friends and doing her thing, right? So she walks up to one of Floyd Mayweather's peoples, right, and asks one of Floyd Mayweather's peoples a question, right? And they straight up disrespected her, like, fuck out. Maybe they didn't know who she was or whatever like that, but Teyana Taylor is a shorty from Harlem, you know what I'm saying? And she don't play that shit, but they disrespect her. Fuck out of here, bitch, get the fuck away from us, whatever the case may be, right? So Teyana Taylor was like, who are you calling a bitch, in her Queen Latifah voice?
Damn, Teyana Taylor. What's going on, Teyana? Teyana. Oh shit. She ready to get jiggy with it, baby. She fun. She ready to shake some on God. Oh, look at Uncle Snoop. Uncle Snoop.
You know what I'm saying? She was like spazzing on this nigga, telling him off, which is, of course, like, you gonna sit here and try to disrespect me? Snoop was there, you know what I'm saying? Teyana Taylor, I don't know who that was in between, like her and the dude that she was arguing with, but the dude she was arguing with was somebody from Mayweather's crew, right? The guy in front of her could have been her security, it could have been whoever, but there's mad celebrities out there, mad security, everything, right? So for you to disrespect Teyana Taylor like that is crazy, right? But then again, we're talking about Floyd Mayweather and his people, right? We all know Mayweather's a coon. We all know the people that Mayweather walk around with. We all know that Mayweather's an ignorant ass nigga. And so, of course, if anybody's gonna disrespect the Queen Teyana Taylor, it's gonna be a dumbass motherfucker from Mayweather's crew, right? So the Shade Room posted this up on their page, and underneath it, you know, Snoop commented on it, and he was basically like, yo, don't mess with Queen Teyana Taylor. She from Harlem. She bout that life, you know what I'm saying? Which is damn near true, you know what I'm saying? And then Little Duval commented on it too, like, oh, this is everyday Teyana Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Which is some funny ass shit, because you know Little Duval's a funny ass nigga, right? But at the end of the day, hell yeah, it's true, man. Like, fuck that. And fuck Floyd Mayweather too. Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me at Jonny Fastlane, that's Jonny Fastlane on Instagram. Y'all already know what to do. Peace.